It's Joe W. Brister, and we're on the road today. We're here at the Pioneer Village Museum again in Bakersfield, California, and we are in the exhibit for the Bakersfield Sound. This museum has a lot of the clothing from people that became very famous and popular in country music. If you don't live here in Bakersfield, then you're going to recognize the names Buck Owens and Merle Haggard. They're the two most famous people probably from here. And you'll see some of the clothing in here all the way around the room that different artists wore from back probably in the 60s. And it's pretty interesting. By today's standards, it would be pretty gaudy. Barbara Mandrell, Buck Owens, different local talent here. And for you people that don't know, Bakersfield is the sister city to the Midland, Odessa area. It is an oil field town that's been here from probably around 1900, turn of the century. And every time you think it's going away, it comes back alive, just like Odessa area, oil and gas. You think it's run out, new technology makes it come alive again. And it's an agriculture area, and that's what has made this place draw people for years. I came out here on a pipeline job on the coast. Somebody told me about Bakersfield, and I came out here. So here are the famous people here, and KUZ Radio, KUZZ, Cuz Radio here in town was owned by Buck Owens, and he's a pretty good entrepreneur. He had a few radio stations, from what I understand. Sometimes people ask me, Mr. Gerald, you kind of have a unique voice. Well, it's just my voice. I've heard it more in the last 9 months making these videos. I would have never probably picked it out on my own before. Did anybody ever ask you about country music or things like that? And matter of fact, they did. Nobody offered me a solid, serious job, but I was at a Kern County Fair event with a judge back when they were very famous, and met a guy there, met a couple people there, a lady and a man, and he overheard me talking to somebody, and he came in and introduced himself, and he was somebody, maybe a manager, I can't remember exactly what his title was, with KUZZ. And he asked me, he said, do you sing country music? And I said, no, sir, I do not. He said, what do you do? I said, I'm a pipeline welder. And he kind of chuckled, and I said a welder, and he said, well, who is it in Kern County? And he said, have you ever done any radio? I said, no, sir, I have not. We talked around it for a little while, and he said, you have a voice that is radio. And we talked a little bit for probably 10 minutes, and he wanted to know if I might be interested in that. I didn't know, so I told him, I said, well, I might be. He gave me his card, and he said, you come see me. And he said, we'll talk it over. Never did, and the thing that made me not go was, right before he left, I asked him, I said, how much money does this radio thing pay? And he told me, and it was half of pipelining. And so that was enough to stop my radio career. I'm Gerald W. Brister here in Bakersfield.